The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
Good morning. It's Monday, the second day of May. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House, One Communications, and Linda's. Sherry's laughing at me already. Sherry,
How I feel.
And something's gonna go wrong today. Sherry, what's happening?
And it's okay if it goes wrong, because that's what it's all about, right? You know, we're just her.
Jamel left the lock off the door, and so anything happens when you leave the lock off. You get random stuff. So you're stuck with me this morning. Sherry's gonna carry most of the weight.
And we're not stuck with you. We welcome you. Fill up with 1 hour. I love it. That's gonna be.
This is our first show today.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have a good show this morning. We're gonna have John Chenier. I know I butchered his name, and I just asked him how to pronounce it. From Framingham State University, to talk about their partnership with Bermuda College. So if you're interested in opportunities to further your education, you might want to stay around for that one. The daily play is Who Said It? So Sherry is going to guess a famous quote.
No, can we skip over that part? Like, Jamal's not her. Like, what do you even know?
Listen, it's going to be recorded, so I don't know if you knew that.
Oh my God, no! Just thought everyone else can get away with it.
No, not today. So listen. So our discussion for today. So I saw a tweet over the weekend from Charles Jeffers, the CEO of BTA. Mm-hmm. And he must have went to go visit Cooper's Island.
Right.
And let me bring this up. No, I'm sharing a screen now, like so.
Oh, you're doing the most. Come on, Phil. Come on. Get the right click.
Let's go. Here we go. All right.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna figure out how to get it off. But so he was saying, why you lot didn't tell me about Cooper's Island? He must have gone to Cooper's Island, had a fantastic time, right? Yes. So got me to thinking, what is a local hidden gem? And we're gonna need the audience for this one. What is a local hidden gem that you think more Bermudians should experience?
Okay.
You got one, Sherry?
I do. I actually have a few. Okay. Check you feel you can back out.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
Expectations are low.
The Bermuda Perfumery. Have you been down there?
I know.
St. George's.
I know where it is. I haven't been since I was like a youth, man. Like,
right, because you're season 2, just like me. You're season 2. So the Bermuda Perfumery is down in St. George's. I believe it's in Stewart Hall. The perfume is wonderful. It's the whole ambiance of it. I went for tea time maybe a year ago, and just the whole little, you got little petit fours, little sandwiches, and you have your tea. You got to put your pinky up with it.
So wait, like you went there for proper tea? Like
proper tea.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Proper tea. I was going to wear a fascinator and get all in the moment, but
who?
A fascinator. Come on, audience, help Jamala. I mean
Is
Jamala. Look,
this
see,
is it a hat?
feel. It's somewhat
But
of
it's
a
the
hat,
proper name is a fascinator.
right? So it's just like a little something, but
Right. And you
right,
sometimes it's to the side.
yeah. See, you're seasoned. You know this. But yeah, so the Bermuda Perfumery, the tea room, I that was just an awesome experience. Another one for me is Blue Hill.
Okay.
Um, if you're seasoned like myself, you would have known it as the Dolphin Show
Dolphin
back
show.
in the
Yep.
yes, and
She
that
Karina
with the
mentioned it. Yeah. She's talking about the
yes,
dolphin show too. When it was actual dolphins there though.
right. And they used to keep them in the caves down there, and
Hmm.
and when you had your birthday, they brought you out in a little boat. Shout out to Nolly, who was the dolphin. You didn't know what the person was?
Carry on.
Okay, so Nolly, Dennis Robinson is his real name. He's passed away now, but
Okay.
he was the person that coached the Dolphins back in that era, and it
Okay.
was a wonderful experience. So the Dolphins are no longer there,
Right.
and people go experience the caves, the jumping off into the water, and just exploring
You can
Blue
jump in there. You
Hill.
can swim in there.
Yes, lots
I
of
didn't
people
know.
jump.
I just thought it was
Phil,
okay. I'm gonna have to go check it out. So I guess
yes,
that's one of the hidden gems that I'm gonna have to check out.
yes,
I had one
definitely.
for myself, which was scuba diving. Now I don't know if
Oh.
you and every time I mention this, I get this kind of response like, black people don't
Mm.
go scuba diving. But I can't remember which company we went with, but it was one of the ones up the west. But
Mm.
like it's one of those they give you training in the morning and you go out
Yes.
for like a couple hours. Hey, like you get such a respect for the amount of water we're surrounded
Mhm.
by and like environmental like keeping our waters clean. um
And
uh,
just what's
uh
going on down there.
Water tour, like I forget what they call it, ocean tourism or
Yeah.
something like that. But like you're down there and like it's just an amazing experience, man.
Well, I tried it, Phil, not in Bermuda, in Mexico, and the whole feeling claustrophobic
You have to
part
get
of
used to
it.
that.
Yeah, but as we were going down, the instructor was like this, and I was like, yeah. As we was further going down, he was like this. I'm like, and because you got to give them hand signals, right?
Yeah,
And by the time we got to a certain point, I was like, and I just kind of had my scuba gear on, surfing the top lookings on.
I
It's
loved it, man. It
no,
wasn't for
that
you
fills
though.
up with water, and then you got to do all of this. No, but
It's
I
the same
do.
thing. But you okay? So you don't go snorkeling there.
I could do snorkeling because I can get back out of the water quick.
But it's the
I
same
watch.
technique with the mask. You blow. You know what?
Mm-mm,
We're going too
mm-mm.
far.
Yeah, because I watch too many movies and all of that. But I do want to try helmet diving, ironically. But that's
Okay.
because this is a big
I
situation like
feel
that.
like the helmet diving is more restricting though. I
Ah,
want to
well, I'm
like
making
scuba diving. I can go where I want to go and do what I want to do.
mm-mm. Trapped under a
Um.
reef, all of this stuff.
So we got some of the audience comments. Angeline Butler says, "Walking through Tom Moore's jungle." Now that one is a good one.
I haven't done that in a very long time.
Long time. Like yeah, I haven't done
Long.
that for a long time. And
Yeah.
let's go. Nachika Trot says Spittle Pond is another jam. That's another one. Like, and you know what's good? Like, I'm glad that people are mentioning these things because I have a 2-year-old, so now I'm always thinking of stuff that places where I could take him.
Right. And I
So
went through Spittle Point with my nephew, took him one day, and he gave me a whole tour. It's like, come on, Auntie, you got to come up here to Spanish Rock. And I'm like, what? And
mhm,
so that was good to know that he had gotten that information as well.
yeah. Let's see. Exploring Cooper's Island. So all right, so Miriam Simmons, that's the one. That's kind of what started the whole conversation. Like we were talking earlier about Charles Jeffers, Bermuda Tourism Association CEO, had tweeted that he went to Cooper's Island for the first time. It was an amazing experience. And so that's kind of what we're starting the conversation about. Sharing any local hidden gems that people might want to share. You probably don't get the hype that you feel that they should. Karen Simmons says Southlands is another gem in Bermuda. So
Yes.
I went to Southlands last year. I'm talking about places I want to take my son. We took him last year for like a little play date, but I think I read recently that they were starting to clear it out. Like they were clearing out, not like they were clearing out some of the overgrown areas. So, definitely going to have to go back and check it out.
There's another one that is kind of overlooked, and it was definitely a part of my childhood back in the day because I lived in Prospect, but the Arboretum. I think people just think very much exercise and those kind of things, but I used to go to puppet shows down there way back in the day as well. Do you remember that? You heard.
No, I heard about this. I never went to puppet shows, but I actually... I'm in the area, so I go, we go there all the time, and they have what they put up now is they put up, the exercise equipment. So people go there and work out and, got the bars and all that stuff. So there's a lot of exercise equipment down there now.
But I loved it as a young person.
Wait.
As a young person.
Way back.
I'm about to call you Jamal again. I wonder why.
Renee Simmons says Scotwood Hill and Fort. Scotwood Hill Fort in Somerset. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, that is a very good one. Especially
here we go.
Very much.
Ferry Reach Trails. No, I haven't done that one.
I've gone to Ferry Reach and didn't realize like kind of the back of it. You can just go and fish and do a few things. But the trails itself, I haven't been. I don't know, I don't know. I got real adventurous sometimes. And then sometimes I have a whole movie playing in my head and I'm like,
You know what? Though the trails just reminded me of another one. I'm gonna blank on this one. I can't remember the name, but where they just started building the bridges for the railway trail.
Done in Kroll
in Flats.
And Flats,
Yeah, and that I want to do that one. I haven't done that one, but I want to.
I've done that one. That one's that's nice as well.
You went up on that bridge?
I did, and I feel like feel that I've done quite a bit, and I mean I live here in Georgia. I'm just saying, come on.
No, I don't know what you.
It's summertime. You got to get out there. You're gonna do all of this.
What been inside?
Yeah, but the trail you could do by yourself. Okay.
I can see. I'm starting to see where the friction.
It's not friction. It's banter.
It's banter.
That's what the corporate world calls it, banter.
Okay. All right, so everybody, we're talking about any local hidden gems, excuse me, that you can think of that Bermudians need to, or Bermudians could sort of experience. I had another one. I actually have been to Nonsuch Island, but see that one's tricky because you have to go there like on a special permit type of thing.
Special permit.
Well, hey, relax. I'm not that. No, I ain't that. What happened was they open it up. It's more open to like educational groups. So when I was teaching, we took the students down there, and that's one that if you can, if you do have the opportunity to try that one out, that's a really good one as well.
I was gonna say, tell me more. Like, did you like?
Well,
what was
I did get to see. So how they have the cajal nests.
Yes.
So you can go and see like where they're raising the cajals and where the nests are, and like it's really because it's they keep it so protected. Like you can't just run around and do whatever you want, but it's it's a really good experience if you can get to go there.
Oh, okay. I have to put in for my special permit.
Yeah, get your special permit. Miriam says she took 7 and 8-year-olds to Fort St. Catharines. They were amazed, and I saw it from their eyes. Great experience. Yep, that's a good experience. And I think, so you think Fort St. Catherine, but like that's one I think that I feel like we kind of maybe take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that makes sense.
And what most people now know it as a reception area and
A
a party
reception area for
place.
your wedding. Yeah.
And a party place. And I'm sure that some people that probably was the first time that they have been in there. But it
Yeah,
is a
man.
great, and kudos to them for pivoting in different times,
I'm trying to think of another one. I had another one, but I can't remember. Oh, here we
It has
go.
to.
Somebody, Laverne Tucker says the chapel at Hayden Trust in Sands only opens certain days and times. Not sure who runs it, but try calling. I think she got cut off there. But Chapel House, I'm gonna have to write that one down. Chapel House, Hayden Trust.
Yeah, no, I haven't been there, but I've driven across it, but I
Mhm.
haven't gone in to get all of the information about it, and so forth. So that would be one that I would want to check out, definitely.
There's another one. By the way, Laverne Tucker made me think of the Bermuda National Trust website. I go
Okay,
in there sometimes, and that's where you can find a lot of these. I'm pretty sure this one's listed on there.
I'm
But
sure.
there's if you did want to have having find a list of places of things that you can just go explore. Bermuda National Trust website's a great place to go to.
And
Um,
hopefully, I was gonna say, hopefully I don't get too much, hate mail with this. But St. David's, you know what I
why
mean?
would
I
you get
feel
hate
like
mail for St. David's?
because I don't want to, because yeah,
I
I
love
just
St. David's.
I love St. David's too, and I think that's just a hidden gem within itself in its
Yeah,
entirety because there's so many kind of just trails and different hidden
you need your
roads and
passport, but you know.
wow, I'm not gonna say they know when you're coming through the gate and when you're not from St. David's.
Shikarina says Commissioner's House Museum in Dockyard. That's a good one.
I haven't done
Um,
that in years.
there's another one in this square, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like it is it's a museum right before you get into the square.
Maritime?
It,
No,
no,
it's it would have been the prison museum, right? Is it? It's not.
it's right
Isn't it?
across the street from
Ah.
the church.
So if anybody knows and who can help these two seasoned persons that
Yeah,
cannot
can't
bring
remember.
this
It's still
forward,
early.
it is, and it's a little bit earlier for me, differently. Ferry
Carmen
Reach
Truddy
Park,
says Fairridge Park. Yep.
yeah,
Um.
that.
Oh, okay. So this is the rest of Laverne Tucker's. She said try calling St. James or Hayden Trust to get up into the
Oh, nice. All right, St.
chapel at
James.
Hayden Trust. Okay, another vote from Tanya Cheeseman. Another vote for I'm gonna have to Chapel of Hayden Trust. So when we explored it when my son was in middle school as part of a tourist assignment, and we learned a lot. All right, I have to go check that one out.
And what do you think about that, Phil, in regards to children having a tourist assignment? Maybe adults need to have it as well.
Well, to be
Or should
honest,
we even call it a tourist assignment,
I don't say a tourist assignment, but I know that the middle schools definitely take social studies teachers take the students on these types of things. Or that's how I got exposed to it. I was teaching
Nice.
science, but I used to just try and go on all these field trips whenever I got a chance.
Had to get
Um,
out in it.
had to get out. I do. See, I'm looking. Oh, you got me losing track of the time. I had to bring Liana in. Morning, Liana.
Good morning, guys. Morning. I
I lost track
missed
of the
you
time. I had to
all.
bring you in.
Hi, Lee. I wasn't even sure if you was coming on because Phil didn't bring you in before the show or nothing. I was like, well, I'm not gonna say
Well,
anything.
I'm
Hi.
I'm not gonna chastise him on his first day in the hot seat
Okay.
today. Jamal's out, so Phil, we're working with you today. I was like, where is everyone? I'm sitting in the wrong studio and I'm like, do I have the link? Jamal's messaging like, no, we sent it. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. First day back. I would expect things to, it's
A little
only right.
rocky. It's a little rocky.
How was your time off, Lee?
Guys, it was amazing. Obviously, I missed everyone, but it was some much needed time off.
You missed
Obviously,
me.
you, Sherry, the most. Yes, you. But I got a chance to really relax and unwind and prepare myself for my first day today at the BTA as their new public relations manager. So,
Oh,
yay!
Where's the horn, Phil? Where's the horn?
Where's the
I didn't
horn?
get
Come
all
on.
that. I didn't.
You didn't
You're
give
putting
me
a lot
that
of pressure.
too?
Listen. My peak was I shared a screen and I brought it off. We're gonna see what happens when we cut to the commercial and do the news break and all that stuff. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's just try this,
Yeah,
Liana.
wing it. We're winging it today.
I'm gonna
It's
see what
okay.
happens. Let's see what happens. Just pray
All
for
right,
me.
let's go for
Over
it.
to you, Leanna.
Over to me. Thanks so much, Phil and Sherry, and good morning and happy Monday to everyone that's tuned in with us this morning. It feels good to be back with you, and I hope everyone is having a great start to this bright Monday morning. I'm Leanna Lambert, and it's time for the Daily Hour News Break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Well, in today's top stories, police are on the hunt for a female suspect after she left a woman hospitalized with multiple stab wounds following a party over the weekend at Horseshoe Bay. Now, police say that the 26-year-old victim suffered life-threatening injuries in the attack, which took place at the beach's car park just before 2:30 a.m. as partygoers were leaving. Now, when paramedics arrived at the scene, the victim was breathing and conscious, police say. She was taken to hospital but later released. Now, police described the suspect as a brown-skinned female, approximately 5 feet tall, 7 inches, with dreadlocks and reportedly wearing a turquoise hoodie. She is believed to be about 30 years old. Now, anyone with any information on the latest incident is asked to call 211 or the main police telephone number on 295-0011 or the Independent and Confidential Crime Stoppers hotline on 800-8477. Alternatively, if you are more comfortable speaking with a police officer with whom you are familiar, they encourage you to reach out to that officer and share the information with them. In other news, issues continue to arise for travelers attempting to come to the island, and the OBA has renewed their call to the government to scrap the travel authorization form once and for all. Opposition One Bermuda Alliance spokesperson on health, Michael Dunkley, said that the form, which has been or has to be filled out by anyone entering the island, was putting Bermuda at a disadvantage. Now, in a statement released last evening, he claimed to have heard of several instances where people's travel plans were disrupted because of continued problems with the form. Now, there have been numerous complaints about the delayed requests in obtaining the TA form, he said, and it has caused heightened anxiety and angst. Mr. Dunkley said he had also seen a letter circulating by the Carnival Cruise Line, which claimed that some passengers were unable to disembark from the line berthed in Bermuda last week because of problems with the form. He said, at this time, we are losing out to competing jurisdictions simply because the government won't listen. Now, the form is a detriment, he says, and impacting the future of Bermudians from all walks of life. He called on Premier David Burt and the government to wake up and understand the damage the TA is doing. And it goes perfectly in line with what we are discussing this morning, as May is Heritage Month. And for the first time since 2019, the government or the Department of Culture will be reintroducing in-person events to highlight and celebrate Bermuda's culture and heritage. Now, this year's theme is togetherness. Residents and visitors will be invited to participate in a host of cultural lectures, a heritage conference, a float making display, and of course, the most anticipated event, the Bermuda Day Parade, which takes place this year on May 27th. Minister for the Portfolio, Ernest Pete, said that, quote, "We choose this theme because despite the challenges we faced so far since the pandemic, the truth is that we are a community who relies and depends on one another," end quote. He said, or the minister said, that so far he's been pleased with the level of feedback and interest that residents have expressed in participating in the Heritage Month and Bermuda Day activities, particularly in the parade. Taking a look at today's weather, we have a high near 71 and a low near 66 degrees. We can look forward to a sunny start to the week as we welcome in May. Today will be generally sunny due to a ridge of high pressure, which continues to build into the area, maintaining the dry weather pattern and light winds for today. Now, a weak low pressure will bring another front near our north on Tuesday, increasing cloud cover and winds once again with the low chance for a few brief showers. However, temperatures will gradually warm throughout the week. That's all for our daily hour news break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Now let's head back to Phil and Sherry in the studio for today's Daily Focus. Look at you, Phil.
See, it almost went flawless, and then I had myself on mute.
I was just about to say, look at you.
You know what? Being in this seat, man, it like, I see how much work has to go into just the piece I'm doing. And I'm saying that to say, Leanna, I'll say it publicly, I think you do an amazing job. I think the BTA is going to be very lucky to have you. And thank you for providing the weather.
I agree with what Phil has to say as well. Congratulations, Leanna. Now I want to do the days of the year, and today is dedicated to the people who we hope made your childhood memorable, your siblings. They've been there for you during the good times, and they haven't left your side through the bad, even if they created it and got you in trouble. Of course, there were probably times where you couldn't stand the sight of each other, but what if siblings don't get into fights? Still, National Brothers and Sisters Day is the day to reflect on the best times. Happy Siblings Day to my sister, Marcy, and my brothers, William and Alan. Any siblings over here?
I have one sister. Her name's Melissa. She's living in the UK, so she's probably not watching, but if you are, hi, Melissa.
And happy Siblings Day to my brother Jamal Hill. He's a corrections officer at our prison. So happy Siblings Day to you, Mal, my big little brother who stands like 6 feet taller than me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to you?
I don't know. Height wasn't on my side when I was born.
Well, I mean, I was gonna make a Jamal joke. Let's go to commercial.
Yes,
I was Phil. No.
I was like, let's go there.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's. I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Hi, I'm Karen, a nurse at the old folks home. These long hours used to kill my feet until my hairdresser told me about a great place to buy a pair of clogs. Medical House. Finally, relief. They also carry uniforms in bright, bold colors. And not to mention the support stockings.
Karen, Miss Salter's bet her bet again.
Oh gosh, these days, I need all the support I can get.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dendy Town Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke.
Most of us acknowledge that there's something special about organic food. To be sure, organically grown foods are cleaner and devoid of toxic pesticides, genetic modification, antibiotics, and growth hormones. And reports that the flavors of these foods are accordingly bolder and more authentic surely resonate with lovers of good eats. Field Day is a producer of organics who deliver on these promises and ingeniously add affordability to the mix. Good news for us thrifty consumers. We're featuring Field Day Organic Grade A Maple Syrup. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
Welcome back to the big show. It's Philip Trott. She's Sherry Vanderpool. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by Medical House, One Communications, and Lindo's and People's Pharmacy. I'll just take a breath, collect myself, and ready to bring in our guest for today. Good morning, John. This is John Chenier. Did I say it right?
Yes, you're right on point. Yeah.
Okay, good. So John is the Assistant Dean of Admissions and Director of Admissions Operations and International Recruitment. You must have a long business card.
Yeah, it's a little bit wider. Yeah.
It's a little bit wide. John's representing Framingham State University through a partnership with the Bermuda College. So I don't want to jump into it too much, John. So if you can just get some context, just tell us about yourself, tell the audience about yourself, and a little bit about Framingham State University.
Sure, yeah. Although my title is quite long, essentially my job is to assist students through our admissions process, to really sort of help them make decisions about where they want to go to school, what they want to study, things like that. And then our international students are really the population that I sort of work with in some ways. And some domestic students here in the US in Massachusetts. And yeah, essentially our relationship with Bermuda College has been developing over the past 8 years or so. It really started off just as a transfer pathway for students to study at Bermuda College and then join us at Framingham State. One of the big advantages of our partnership with them is that we actually offer Bermudian students the in-state tuition rate for Massachusetts. So students are studying at a significantly more affordable tuition rate than they would if they were joining us like a normal sort of traditional international student. And the other thing is that we aligned our programs so that students can transfer all of their credits to Framingham State, as long as they're going into a connected program.
Okay, you got my attention with the price.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to get back to
tuition.
Yeah, I mean, as a public institution, we're already going to be significantly more affordable than most of our private schools here in Massachusetts. So students really, it's typically averages to about $24,000 to $27,000 per year. And so that's about half as much as most of the private schools here in the area. And excuse me, our traditional international students and out-of-state students, so even students coming from states, around the U.S., are paying about $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 more per year than our in-state students. So just the in-state rate alone saves them about $6,000 per year.
Okay.
Awesome.
So what led to the collaboration with Bermuda College, and can you just tell us more about how that started?
Yeah, I think the initiation was really some familiarity with the island. We know that a lot of Bermudians come to the Boston area for their medical care, and we're about 18 miles from Boston, so it's really a short ride from Logan Airport to our campus. We had a member of our community regularly visits Bermuda multiple times a year, and we just sort of realized that there was an area of opportunity for us to offer an affordable education option for students on the island. I think the other thing that we thought about was really thinking about students that are like our students, a diverse community of learners who are studying in a variety of fields. And then that level of access as a public institution was really important to us.
Okay,
Awesome.
Nice.
I like you said, Phil, you still have me at in-state tuition, and anybody who's been to college, you got out of state, in-state, and international different fields. So you definitely got me for that. But tell us a bit more about the program itself and how it is joined with Bermuda College and Framingham. Am I saying it right? Framingham.
Framingham, yeah. It's really, so on the undergraduate side, it's sort of a traditional transfer partnership, so students can achieve their associate's degree at Bermuda College and then transfer to Framingham State and complete their bachelor's degree in just another 2 or 3 years. The program that we're launching this year is actually our online MBA program. Is being offered through partnership with Bermuda College to, again, sort of offer access to a program that's very affordable to help people on the island advance their degrees, advance their careers, specifically for this endeavor in the sort of the business fields and leadership and organizational development. So we understand that a lot of MBA programs and a lot of business programs require students to go to their place of study, take 2 years off of work, or it can be these really intensive and expensive business programs. And ours, again, as a public institution, our tuition and fees are going to be comparatively very affordable so that students can get their MBA online in a part-time schedule for under $20,000. So it's a master's degree in business administration for under $20,000 is kind of unheard of, particularly in Massachusetts. So again, that level of access that we believe that education should be attainable without having to be this, cost restrictive endeavor. So.
Interesting. How do you find the interest in the program after the effects of the pandemic? And are there now being more people participating in online education?
Absolutely. I think people's comfort level with learning and interacting online has developed quite a bit over the past 2 years. The pandemic certainly forced our hand a little bit in terms of expanding our technical capabilities on campus and building out the skill set of our faculty to be responsive to that community and be responsive to sort of the realities of learning now. And so this sort of partnership, again, sort of we realized that we've just gotten better over the past few years at delivering our online MBA, and this was sort of a kind of a prime time for us to do that. I think on the student level, I think all of us have just become more comfortable with interacting online, communicating online via Zoom or whatever other service that you might be using, and that includes the online learning platform that we use at Framingham State.
Interesting. You spoke about that the MBA program was in regards to a business, getting a business degree. What about teachers? Do you have any other programs? I know in Bermuda we have a big teacher population and looking for more. What about programs that are aligned with that?
Yeah, so we delivered. I'm trying to remember the exact number of students, but there were. I think about a dozen students in a certificate in educational leadership that we ran through Bermuda College as well. So you have some educational leaders on the island who've gone through one of our programs, and a couple of them actually have continued on into one of our master's programs. And so they're getting a master's in educational leadership through our Center for Educational Leadership and Practice. So there's some programs there. In Massachusetts, though, a lot of our teacher preparation programs require an in-person component. So we don't have too many that are delivered 100% online. But in terms of teacher preparation, we were actually America's first public school for teacher training. So we have been teaching teachers for 180 years. And so it's really one of those things that we're kind of known for historically. But obviously being outside of Boston, now our business programs are exploding as well. So
that's awesome.
Okay. No, go ahead, Sharon.
Okay, I was going to say, if the audience has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and let us know. So, and make sure that, Phil can click on the right one for us. Isn't he doing a wonderful job, John?
Sharon, we have company.
I see. Where can people find out? I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No,
Phil.
I think when I was just reading up first about the program, I did read that Framingham State is a teachers college, but I was just wondering how if the MBA was teacher focused, or if it was just like a regular MBA that you could just take. Because I've done. The reason I'm asking is because I did a master's course myself. I don't think it was I was working in education, and I used to be I took a master's course myself, but it was at Endicott College. I don't know if you're familiar. So we did a master's program. It felt like an MBA, but it wasn't framed as an MBA. It's actually like a master's in organizational management type of thing. So, but I think I was just interested because your program is presented as a regular, like a MBA. Like if you go anywhere else, it's an actual MBA. So what's the difference between like maybe what I did, like the master's in organizational management, and the type of program that you offer?
Yeah, so it's a pretty traditional MBA. So it covers everything from financial management, ethics, marketing, organizational leadership. They cover negotiation, as well as some of the financial aspects. So it's a pretty traditional MBA. We run a variety of programs. We have excellent programs in like food and nutrition science, healthcare administration. So as a sort of more of a liberal arts school now, we offer a pretty wide breadth of programs, and the MBA is certainly one of the ones that is kind of really great for us. Where we are located just outside of Boston, we are surrounded by corporate entities and headquarters, and so that really gives us a wealth of like kind of talent pool to pull from to teach within our program. So, for instance, right down the road from us is the global headquarters for Staples. We have Bose, TJX, Fidelity, these major corporations that are headquartered just outside of Boston, right around our campus. So it allows our business programs to really be focused on not only that larger global scale, but also we're in this area that's really hot for entrepreneurship and small business and startups. So we actually run our own entrepreneurship center on campus. So we really, despite being known as a teacher's college and, school that's really great at educating educators, we have these premier business programs as well, so students can see success in a variety of ways.
Okay.
Awesome. And I was going to say, prior to Phil, how can we get in contact with you? How can people find out more information about the various programs that you have?
Yeah, so in next week, we'll be hosting a remote info session on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. And students, interested people can find information on that on Bermuda College's website on the Transfer Partners pages. And they can register for the information session then. I'll be coming to Bermuda in 2 weeks and doing an in-person information session as well. And so we'll have that set up. I believe that'll be also on that Tuesday night, the 17th. And we're still sort of nailing down our location, with COVID restrictions and all that. We want to make sure that everyone's comfortable and able to attend. The next Tuesday and the Tuesday after, we'll have information sessions, and all of that information is available on Bermuda College's website, and we'll also be, communicating that on our website as well.
Okay, so that's May 10th.
It'll be May 10th and then May 17th. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're visiting, and so we did talk about our Bermuda gems earlier.
I know that was so helpful. I literally sat here and just wrote everything down. This will be my 7th or 8th trip to the island. So I'm looking for like sort of those new, the first few trips I got all the tourist stuff done. And so now I'm looking for like those nice little like pockets to go check out and kind of little hidden gems. So
sure, man. Well, we'll be happy to have you. I don't think we don't have any questions. So I guess it looks like you answered everybody's questions before they even came up with them.
That is the sign of a good recruiter who is able to go ahead and answer those questions from the very beginning. And everyone's like, oh, I was going to ask that, but then,
And it does look like everybody seems I think you got everybody's attention from the in-state tuition. Because boy,
that's great.
What I put my
it's one way that, you just got to lead with it, and then everybody's hooked. Yeah.
We love in-state tuition. Thank you, John.
Yeah, I mean, the other big key is that we don't require the GMAT, so that's the other sort of for our program. So it's another.
Do they? No. I think I don't even remember. I don't think I took the GMAT. Well, I was.
Yeah, I was a SAT, GRCE, and that kind of era.
I was SAT, ACTs. Sherry, you could tell me. We'll share our scores offline.
No, we won't.
Oh, there is a question. Karen Simmons asks, "Do you offer motor technician degrees?"
We do. That's not a program that we currently offer. Yeah, that's unfortunately not some. But certainly, I mean, I know that Bermuda College has got I think has some programs in that area as well. So.
Okay. Nicole Walker says she has signed up for the May 10th info session. Oh, she signed up last week, so Nicole Walker will be there.
Great.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
So I think I can see you guys having a good response from at least from the Bermuda side. So definitely appreciate the support that you're giving to Bermuda College. I want to shout out Bermuda College. Dr. Phyllis Curtis Tweeds doing amazing things up there. Appreciate you guys partnering and bringing this to Bermuda and giving our people, giving our community some more opportunities to further their education. I know it's kind of late in the game for me and Sherry, but 10 years ago, I definitely would have taken advantage of this.
Yeah, it's never too late. I think our program, you can take it one class at a time at your own pace, and it's it's 8-week classes, so it's a great opportunity to kind of ease in, and you don't have to, it's not overwhelming. So
you guys, but it's by semester or?
Yeah, so students take typically on our online program, they take 2 courses each semester, and each course is an 8-week sort of session. So they do one from like September through October, and then one October through November. And they're getting 2 courses done each semester, and it'll take 2 years with that kind of schedule.
With the summers off, or you work through the summers?
We work through the summers. Yeah, it's really our online program is kind of designed for working professionals. We are mindful of the fact that this is not a full-time program. We're not expecting students to spend 8 hours a day studying and in class. So it's really designed so that students can balance it with other responsibilities like work and family and community engagement and things like that.
Okay.
That's getting more attractive people. Love it. Thank you so much, John.
All right, John, thank you very much. It was great talking to you this morning. John Chenier from Framingham State University, talking about a partnership between Framingham State University and Bermuda College. If you want to get more information, remember he said to go to Bermuda College's website. Which page was it on?
I think it's on their transfer partnerships page.
Okay, that transfer partnership.
But I think they have a search function, so if you search for the Framingham State Online MBA, something will pop up.
All right, appreciate it. All right, John, have a great day. Thanks for joining this morning. What's Jamel's little thing? If you like today's discussion, give us a like, love. How does it go?
I like a love. I like a love and a thumbs up, and please subscribe.
That's the one. All right. He didn't put that one in the script, but we'll get better. All right. So thanks everybody for joining us. Well, I'm not cutting out. I'm just trying to transition to commercial, but it's not going very well. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
A lot happens around your home. That is why at One Communications, we have introduced affordable security and video monitoring, because everyone should be able to afford to protect their family. Anytime, from anywhere, One Home Security keeps you connected and puts security in your hands with an easy-to-use smartphone app to control everything. Home security is important to keep you and your family safe. Motion-activated cameras around your home and security monitoring within create a complete security system providing protection both inside and outside your home. Professional monitoring means that there's someone on call with 24/7 protection to notify the authorities and help keep you and your loved ones safe. We are dedicated to whole home protection with indoor and outdoor cameras, smart door locks, motion sensors, and more, so you'll always be connected to what matters most. With professional installation, no upfront hardware fees, and low monthly rates, because keeping your family safe should be affordable for everyone. Total home video monitoring and security, there's no better way to protect your home than with One Home Security.
I'm part of the SSCP, giving us opportunities to go out and sell, which is what I'm doing today.
One of the most important things I learned in the SSCP is that failure is just a part of being an entrepreneur.
As a vocal community, then you can't go anywhere, can you? I just believe it's a really beautiful and amazing experience for everybody.
A lot of late nights being up, trying to finalize things, especially for me.
You don't have to do everything at once. Little steps is the key to success.
They helped me go through every step of the way.
It has helped me gain more confidence, so that's one thing.
I'm Marley Spriggs and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Joshua Allen and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Trey Robertson Richards and I am an entrepreneur. My name is Namira Rayner and I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Vincent Darrell and I am an entrepreneur.
I'm Shayla Swan and I'm an entrepreneur.
I am Sophia Paxenhan. I am an entrepreneur.
My name is Zion and I'm a young entrepreneur.
Alrighty, it's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Heineken 0.0. Great taste, no alcohol. Sherry, ready?
I swear Jamal's not watching. We can really just come on, be that substitute.
You know what? I had a funny one. I'm gonna tell you what it was gonna be, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll tell you later what it was gonna be. The actual Daily Play, right? You might get it, you might not get it. Okay, quote: "If there is no struggle, there is no progress."
Oh my goodness. I swear. Marcus Garvey?
Nope.
No.
I don't have any sound effects.
Oh, thank goodness. Malcolm X?
Nope.
Martin? No. I've heard this before. I can't. Colin Powell?
No.
Colin Powell? You're giving me way more tries than Jamal, so I appreciate it. Did the audience get it?
Nope. It's not my answer. I'm just putting up wrong answer.
Anybody else?
We do have one. We have one.
I'm gonna be mad. Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass. Here's a quote
heard
by
it
Frederick
before.
Douglass.
Yeah, and I've heard it before.
Wasn't John F. Kennedy, no.
That does sound JFK-ish.
Nope, was Frederick Douglass. All right,
what happened, Phil?
Sherry, let's get the verdict for today, Sherry.
Phil, you've done a wonderful job. We're gonna wrap this up with my thoughts on today's discussion and so forth. Bermuda has a lot of hidden gems. I appreciate Charles Jeffers, putting this out there and being very vulnerable and saying, hey, you lot, how come you haven't told me about this? And it sparked this discussion for us to be able to educate and also provide hidden gems that we know of and that the audience can. And it's all about community and bringing everybody together, right? As far as John, I love the partnership that they have with Bermuda College. I keep messing it up.
Framingham State University.
Framingham State University. And their partnership with Bermuda College, again, very attractive. In-state tuition fees, 8-week courses.
Yeah.
Get a degree.
And that,
we can go back, Phil. We can go back.
Yeah, I've had enough school. So like when I did mine, I was doing my teaching certification, that was difficult.
Okay.
But I got through that and I said, well, let me just jump. I just decided to jump right into doing the master's program because I said so here was my thought was I knew it was going to be 2 years, and it's very similar to the one that Framingham State is offering. And my thought process was, I don't have anything else to do, and the 2 years is going to come and go either way.
Okay.
So I can either do it now, like I did 2 years can pass and I can have a master's degree, or the 2 years can go and I'll just be here the same place I am, 2 years, no degree. So I just decided to just go for it. So I mean, if and $20,000, I'll be honest, is not bad for a master's degree at all.
Not at all. Not in this day and age.
Well, yeah, if you can. I understand, everybody's finances are different, but if you can, I would definitely at least sign up for the info session.
Yeah.
You never know. You might twist your arm and figure out that there's something there for you. My gems, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I'm doing too much. So I have to go back and watch the show again and write down all the gems that everybody shared today. So
awesome.
Sherry, thank you for carrying the load.
No, I didn't. But I also have some daily inspiration for the audience.
Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead. I would like to. Let's close it on a high note.
From Dr. Henry Link, we generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action.
Say it again.
We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action.
Hey, that's true,
Very true.
That's very true. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Did the best I could today. We'll try to do better tomorrow. She's Sherry.
Awesome.
I'm Philip. Have a great day. We love you.